Welcome back to my channel Kishore Sir Ki Pathshala. Let's do today a chapter Structure of the Atom 9 Cbse. A very important chapter as such, which will tell us about the structure of the atom. Now when we see that atoms and molecules are fundamental building blocks of matter, right? So any matter is there. So it's just like the building blocks which are nothing but the atoms or the molecules. Okay, so these are my atoms. These are the fundamental building blocks of any structure of matter. The existence of different kind of matter is due to different atoms constituting in them. So if you see the matter, there are alike atoms are there. Okay, atoms of same kind will be there. So for example, in a matter, if the atoms are like this, it will be like this. Or if the matter are like this, atoms are like this. So you'll see that they are of same kind. On rubbing the two objects together, if we rub two objects together, what we see is that they become electrically charged. Okay, so if the two objects are rubbed against each other, you'll see that they are they become electrically charged. Okay, so now this question arises in our mind, and we can answer this by knowing that atoms is divisible, right? Earlier the concept was that atoms is indivisible, right? But then scientists made some research and we found out that the atoms are divisible and they consist of charged particle. They consist of charged particle. Alright, so there are particles inside this atom. So many scientists they contributed in revealing the presence of charged particles in an atom. Let's see how these things move. So you'll see that it was known by 1900 that the atom was indivisible particle but contained at least one subatomic particle. Right, till that time they knew that only one subatomic particle it contains. The electron identified by this J.J. Thomson. Right, he said that there are electrons inside atom. Goldstein in 1886 he discovered the presence of new radiation in a gas discharge, right? In a gas discharge, okay, what he got to know, he knew that radiations of gas was seen and he called them as canal rays, right? So what are these canal rays? These canal rays, these are positively charged radiations here. These are the positively charged radiations consisting of particles, right, which have equal in magnitude. Okay, which have a charge which is equal in magnitude, but it's opposite in the sign to that of the electron, right? If electron is negatively charged, then something will be there which will be opposite to it, that will be the positively charged. Its mass was approximately 2000 times at that of the electron. So in general, you'll see that the name was given as proton, right? So the discovery of the proton was there, proton. So in general, an electron is represented by like this E minus and proton is represented by E plus. The mass of the proton is taken as 1 unit. Okay, mass of the proton is taken as 1 unit and its charge is +1. The mass of an electron is considerable negligible, right? So electron mass is negligible and its charge is -1. So what we have learned here is that there is a positively charged proton and negatively charged electron. Okay, so they have, see, the charge is equal in magnitude. Charge is equal in magnitude, but the signs are opposite. Okay, it seemed that an atom was composed of protons and electrons, mutually balancing their charges. All right, so the proton and electron is there, so they are balancing their charges. Thereby it also appeared that protons were in the interior of the atom, right? So protons is interior of the atom, and the electrons could be easily removed. Okay, whereas the electron, if you see, electrons are outside. So electrons can be easily removed, but protons cannot be removed easily. Now the big question was, what sort of structure this atom has? Okay, did this particles in the atom has? So let's try to find out the answer for this question. So if an atom contains one electron and one proton, let's try to figure out the answer. Will it carry any charge or not? Right? If, see, an atom is there, okay, this is the atom which contains what? Which contains one proton and one electron. Right? So let's see what will be the final charge. An electron, it is a negatively charged particle. We all agree to that. Whereas a proton is a positively charged. The magnitude of their charges is equal. See, the magnitude are equal, but you see the signs are opposite. Okay, therefore an atom contains one electron and one proton will not carry any charge. It will be what? It will be neutral atom. Okay, so that will be a neutral atom. So Dalton's atomic theory suggested that the atom was indivisible and indestructible. All right, he suggested that. But the discovery of the two fundamental particles, that is my electrons and protons, inside an atom, right? So proton and electron, okay, led to the failure of what? Failure of this aspect of Dalton's atomic theory. Okay, which said that atoms are indestructible, right, or indivisible. So it was then considered necessary to know how these electrons and protons are arranged in this atom or within an atom, right? So now the question arises, how these subatomic particles are arranged in an atom. So today we have seen that why the necessity of understanding what is there inside an atom arised, and how this proton and electron were discovered, and how their magnitudes were same, and how their uh, charges are also different. So these we have understood for today. So kindly like, share and subscribe my channel Kishore Sir Ki Pathshala for more informative videos.